Good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful day in the Great Plains of North America. We got a good day of planting done, so I didn't do a lot of recording because honestly it was going well, which, you know, let sleeping dogs lie, or don't poke a bear, or I don't know, whatever. When it's going good, we just go. And so didn't do a lot of recording yesterday. Pretty much finished up that field, but I ran out of seed with just like, I don't know, 5-10 acres left or something. So we got new seed, and the new seed we have is it's a bigger seed. It's a different company, and they're just bigger seeds. And I thought those ones we were using before were really small anyway. They actually look like peas with the treatment on them. But so we're gonna go over there right now. Gary's got the new seeds. He's following behind me somewhere, and we have to switch out the plates that the finger pickups drop the seeds into, and they have a bigger cell in them so that they'll fit the bigger seeds. Otherwise, if we use the ones we have, they'll either jam or they won't get dispensed, or it'll just sit there and grind them like a cheese grater. So, and I think there's still a little bit of the old seed in there, the little ones, but they'll still go through the bigger thing. And if they plant 2 at a time by accident, there's really not much left in there that it's going to matter. So we have to take all the boxes off this morning, dump the seeds out, the remainder of them, put the new plates back on, and then put the boxes back on the machine and fill it with new seed. Kind of tedious. Usually we don't do this. I actually, in the past 10-11 years, I only remember using the large cells maybe once ever, and that was probably about 9 years ago. So it's really weird that we're doing it in the middle of the season, but we switched companies, so I guess, you know, it makes sense. I guess I forgot to say, Gary brought the Nusi over. That's the weird blade that goes in the back of the big tractor, and was cleaning up some terraces. They had a bunch of black locust trees that had grown in, and those things are really obnoxious. You've heard me complain about them before, probably many times, because they're pokey and they hurt, and they spread like dandelions. So he was over here doing that, which is really awesome for him to do that in the heat yesterday for me. And then our chainsaw blades are really messed up, so we didn't do any tree trimming. Not messed up, they're just not sharp. There's a lot to do, planted around it, so we're just gonna probably just deal with that the way it is this year. Let's get these boxes switched out. Well, I got that field done. Now we're gonna stop and fuel up our stomachs, some lunch, and then we're gonna move over to the new field. Gary was using the 8430 with the new seed. He was gonna do some cleaning up around there. It was down trees, but we lost the hydraulics that run pretty much everything. So he has no power steering or anything. You hear a clunk, and I think there's like there's a collar that fits over a shaft between two, and somehow something I didn't really understand what he was saying because it was windy and it was quick, but sounds like we have to order some parts before that tractor will move, so it's sitting out there. It seems like it takes about a half a tank per 80-acre field or so, give or take, when we're planting here. This damn tree has been bugging me for a while. Growing through the middle of our fuel pump. This thing. Come out here for a while. What are you doing? You're getting all dirty. Look at that big old tummy. Look at that big tummy. You look like BB-8. You look like BB-8. I just put something in my truck, and I noticed this part was in here. This must be what Gary was saying broke. Obviously broke pretty good. Gary threw on some New York strips for lunch. It's pretty decadent lunch for a farm lunch. So we are ready, we are filled up, we've got seeds, we've got fuel, and time to go work on this next field. Just observing the weather, we have wind, strong wind coming out of the east, headed west, and a lot of clouds blowing that way. It's clouding up really quick. So I haven't really looked at a map, but I think what's happening is we have a big storm out west, and it's sucking all this moisture from the east, which means probably 300 miles to the west is probably a huge storm building up. So it'd be really nice if we could just get this field done. I don't know if there's enough hours in the day, but it'd be really nice if we could just get this done. We just have the one at home to do, and we can kind of do that leisurely. All right, we should be able to get the whole east side of this field done tonight, and hopefully, I don't think we have enough seed to get done. It'll be close, I'm not positive. Anyway, we're getting down to the wire on this field, and once this one's done, it's just the home field, and then we're done with planting. Just hopefully nothing will fly apart or do anything stupid in the meantime. Air conditioning would be good.
He was my caffeine to get out of bed. He was a champagne that went straight to my head. He was the whiskey that danced in my blood. He was the water in the time of the flood. And I need to hold on, 'cause it's been a long drought. Baby, when you come back around, can you bring the rain down? Oh, baby, bring the rain down.
Good morning, everyone. Had bunches and bunches of storms yesterday, but unfortunately we didn't get any rain, and it was a little bit muddy from we got like a 1/10 of an inch yesterday, and then time just wasn't going to work out. Gary and I had to unload concert last night. Chicago was playing at an amphitheater, so we unloaded them, and then today we're going to do cemetery cleanup that our family does every year for our family cemetery, I guess, with some other families, of course. That was established, I don't know, 1860s or something. And then I'm going to try and finish my field, get that planted. And this evening I have to go into town. We are taking down Kenny Chesney, I believe, has a concert tonight, and we are taking his show down this evening. And then that should be pretty close to the whole day.
Like an alcoholic for a sea of gin, a junkie for your heroin. I need your love, I need your love, I need your love. Like a drug, oh, like a drug.
God, some days you just got going, like literally from those trees down there to here, and that bolt sheared, and this whole yetter is missing somewhere. So hopefully I lost it just now and not the other day. Just getting going. I just want to get this field done. The nuts there and everything, but that just sheared right off. Ugh. Well, I do have some of the stuff I need to fix that, but unfortunately the bolt that goes in there is, well, if you picture a cylinder, half that's cut off flat so that the bolt doesn't turn as the wheel turns, and the one I have unfortunately is off a different planter and it doesn't have that bolt that I need. So we're gonna have to run back to the farm and see if we can find the appropriate bolt to put in there. You just never can just get started and plant. There's always got to be some issue. All right, 2 hours later, and a bunch of dinking around, driving back and forth, and we cobbled a bolt together. The problem was the ones that we had that were flat, where they needed to be flat, were too short, and the ones that were long and long enough that weren't flat where they needed to be flat. So Gary took one to the grinder and kind of shaped it, and we had to take it back and reshape it because it was a little bit too thick. But we put this old yetter on that was just laying around. I think I know where I lost that yetter, but we're gonna have to do some looking. Oh good, the beepy thing's gonna beep. One of the most tedious things about planting when you don't have a center fill planter, meaning there's one big box, all the seeds go into it and they're distributed to all the different rows. We have a box for every single row. The problem is not every single row dispenses the exact number of seeds, and you don't put exact number of seeds in all of them. So when you get done with a variety or with a field, you have maybe 2 cups in one of them is completely empty, the next one has 1 cup, the next one has 4 cups, and you gotta take these little cups and you even them all out, and it's really like putsy and really annoying to deal with. And if we had a bigger planter with the center fill, that wouldn't be an issue, but we have 12 individual boxes that have to be evened out, which is annoying to say the least. Well, we're almost done with this side of the field, but while we're over here, because we have a little bit to do over that way, I want to run this ditch that I think I probably broke that yetter off in. So this will be a game we'll call every farmer's favorite game or something.
Hello and welcome to tonight's show.
We're gonna drive around the field and look for the piece of implement that broke off, so you don't break another implement with it next season. Hopefully we'll find it really quickly. Well, that was a big bust. We didn't find anything. Somehow looking for a brown piece of metal in a field full of brown stuff. All right, we are done with this field. We only have 1 field left, and that's Gary's, and we might start that tomorrow, or we might start it Monday. It's hard to say. But, God, it feels good to get my fields done, and I am starving. I'm gonna have to figure out something to eat here pretty soon. Hey everybody, thanks for watching out there, and don't forget to do the thing down below with the buttons, and we'll see you in the next one.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get a pizza from Casey's or something. Maybe I'll order pepperoni. I don't know, sausage is pretty good too.